All right. Thanks for joining me today, there, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday, March 12th, 2022, about quarter to 4 p.m. Thanks for joining me today on my new YouTube channel, LA Entertainment TV. And let's talk about Bryce Mitchell. Thanks for joining me today, there, ladies and gentlemen. Bryce Mitchell. Okay, let's punch out his stats here. All right. Let's check it out. All right, Bryce Mitchell. Okay, Bryce Andrew Mitchell is an American mixed martial artist currently fighting in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Mitchell appears in reality television series The Ultimate Fighting Undefeated. See, this is the first time I've heard of him. My brother is a big sports fan and also loves his gambling. Also likes to gamble. My two other brothers, anyway. And he told me about Bryce Mitchell. So I watched a couple of his fights and his interview. That's what really got me. But let's move on with Bryce Mitchell. Born October 4th, 1994. Age 27, Cabot, Arizona. Height 5'9" inches, 1.7 meters. People also search for Charles Rosa Calvin Kidder. Okay, I'm not quite sure about that. Bryce Mitchell's net worth over $1 million in the year 2019. Fight in different mixed martial arts fighting events in 2016. Mitchell made his first appearance in the World Series fighting. Okay. Bryce Mitchell is one of the most exciting fighters in the featherweight division. He has already gone 3-0 in the UFC and has perfect 12-0 record over the course of his MMA career. So Bryce Mitchell is definitely a force to be reckoned with, and he is definitely exciting to watch. How about that? And I'm going to play you this clip of his interview, I think, after his fight, and all about his political views. So thanks for joining me today in this live podcast of LA Entertainment TV. And I'll let this play on, okay, guys, and then check it out.
Good for you right now.
You know, it's pretty much same as always, and the whole week has been amazing. The lead up to this fight's been amazing. I'm blessed to be here. It's good to see all y'all here, a lot of familiar faces. So, you know, y'all do a big part of giving the fans what they want to see. So I got to thank y'all as well for having me here today.
Well, we appreciate that. I mean, as you progress through your career and the lights start getting a little brighter, I mean, does it feel like bigger each time? Or as you said, I mean, does it still feel like any other fight?
I mean, it feels like any other fight in certain aspects. You know what I mean? Because when you go in there and all this shit goes out the window, and you get that same feel of a fight that I've had since I fought people at the bus stop, you know, when I was a kid. But
I need to find the best way to learn math and science.
now, when I go through these processes, I mean, it feels like a religious experience. And I mean, it's just, I feel an overwhelming sense of purpose and passion for what I'm able to do. And I just feel so blessed to be here. And I'm so happy to be able to be healthy enough to put on a show for y'all. And I'm so happy that people really want to see me. I feel appreciated. And it feels amazing.
Talk about Edson as an opponent. Obviously, he's been around the game for a long time. Is this somebody that you used to watch? Is this somebody that you could say you were a fan of watching come up?
Absolutely. I mean, the coolest thing about Edson, I think, from I've seen some of them embedded videos, is he's got 2 kids and a wife. I mean, I think that's amazing. You know, that I dislike nothing about the guy. I've watched tons of his fights. I like who he is. I like how he fights. And, it's going to be a great fight for everybody, you know.
To say, knowing that you have that respect and admiration for him, does that make it easier or tougher to punch him in the face?
Well, he's going to be trying to do all sorts of stuff to my face. So, that. Yeah, I respect him to the end, but we're going to battle it out, brother, and it's going to get ugly in that cage. But I wish nothing but good for him in life.
At its core, I mean, you look at this as a striker versus grappler matchup. I mean, is that oversimplifying the tactics?
I mean, that's how y'all can look at 30-something fights, legal fights. I've never started a fight on the ground, actually, believe it or not. Actually, every single fight I've started on the feet. And I've never actually said, hey, do you want to fight? Let's start in guard. The fights engage on the feet. So I don't look at myself as I'm a fighter, and that's what I think. But if people want to label me as whatever they want to, that's fine. They're open to their own interpretation.
Are you suggesting that you've been in some unsanctioned fights along the way?
Just, I ain't suggesting it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Look, a win here. I mean, top 10. I mean, maybe top 5. I mean, you're dealing with the elite of the division. So I just wonder. I mean, you got to win this fight. But if you started carving out the path of, man, I can beat this guy and that guy, and now we're talking title shot.
Of course, brother. That's what I've envisioned, and I'm getting closer and closer to it, and I'm going to give it everything I have in my ability to get there.
And as you kind of get the spotlight growing on, people have been talking a lot about your political views and how you feel about things. So I just
Okay, let's go talk about it.
Talk about the things you.
This is gonna get really serious when he talks about his political views. So I
gotta-
have to shade around the question a little bit because you don't want to get flagged by you know who and you know what. For those of you on this channel, we're talking about Bryce Mitchell right now. Okay.
I start talking. Maybe I need to stop talking about that stuff and just focus on fighting.
No, I want to talk about things that I think are political, and I want to do it in a respectful manner, not to make other people think that I think that they're stupid. I want to share my beliefs and hear other people's beliefs, and maybe their beliefs can sway mine a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe I can out-debate them, And because this fight shit is so minuscule in life, like you think, yes, it's great for me and a small circle of people that I can help. But this shit is so minuscule. You have people out there being oppressed by governments. You have shit. We fall into that category, believe it or not. If you want me to get real political, the Federal Reserve is a corrupt institution. I went out and said it.
He said exactly what a lot of people can't say, but he's saying it right now, and he's a young buck, and at that age to say that is got a lot of balls. So let's hear more about this Bryce Mitchell character.
Control our dollar, brother.
Yeah.
And we didn't vote for him. Think about it.
Yeah.
You got 13 board members voting on the value of the dollar. Did we vote for that? No, it's corrupted. So for me to actually be able to talk about something greater than fighting is more purposeful than anything I could talk about related to fighting. And so I'm grateful to be able to do that. And a lot of people say, oh, well, you're just they say shut up and fight. You know what I mean? Well, you know what? If you don't want to hear that shit, turn off the TV and watch the fight. You don't got to watch my interviews. Just turn them off then. If you, instead of telling me to shut up, why don't you just stop listening? Because there's a lot of people that agree with what I'm saying about some of my political views, and I'm happy to talk about them and debate about them. There was some wise dude way back in the day. It was either Socrates or Plato or Hippocrates or somebody, but he said, if you do not partake in your government, you will be ruled by people who are stupider than you. And that's what he said. Now, it was give or take a couple of words.
Which is true.
It's paraphrased. But if we, the people, do not choose and are not active in conversations about what's going on in our government, well, then these idiots are going to control everything we do, and we won't have a say in it. So, yeah, I'm political because these people control me. And then you want to tell me that I can't talk and I have to shut up and fight and I can't talk about – no, I'm controlled completely by the government. I'm controlled completely by the value of the dollar because I get paid in dollars, okay?
Yeah.
I don't get paid in pure gold.
Pure gold.
I get paid in dollars. So I have –
so he knows a lot what's going on, a lot that my brothers and I know a lot about. And you can't talk it, especially in this mainstream media. And for him to do that and his UFC career could make him or break him, but I do like this guy a lot. Let's go, Bryce Mitchell. Let's check it out.
Say about, in my opinion, I have a say about political issues. So,
Well, Saturday night, it'll be the minuscule part of your life that we'll be focusing on. I know you kind of said it's going to be bloody, it's going to be messy. I guess, is that what you're expecting when you play this thing out? Is this a back and forth, kind of a brawling battle, or is this a fight that maybe you can go in there and do something quick, surprise, and dominate?
I don't know what's in store in the future, but I'm prepared for either.
Wow,
Hi,
this
you have
guy.
an invention idea, or
Okay,
working
I'm
on
just
some kind of
this
physical product.
commercial
Like
that
me,
drive
you're
me
probably
nuts.
stuck
But
at
hold on
home
a
with
second.
this whole.
Get it down. What about that, guys? Hold on. Okay.
Bryce, right here.
Yes, sir.
This is your first fight under the Venom gear, right? Are they getting you your camo shorts?
Yes, sir. I sure do. I got them, and I've really got to thank God, and I've got to thank Hunter Campbell, because you wouldn't believe the power of prayer, brother. About 3 weeks out from this fight,
Hallelujah. Power
Hunter
of prayer,
Campbell
my
was
friend.
saying, we can't do it. There ain't enough time. Venom, their factories are shut down. My whole family was down on their knees praying. I was down on my knees praying. I had people in my inner circle praying. And then about 2 weeks out from the fight, or a week out, I called Hunter Campbell and I said, listen, brother, we can make this happen. I know we can. There's a guy in Nashville that can do it. And I said, you're missing out on a huge demographic. And Hunter Campbell, we were laughing and joking. And he said, you know what? Let me make some calls. I'm going to see what I can. And it wasn't a guaranteed. But after that phone call with Hunter Campbell, I knew that it's going to be able to happen. So I'm so blessed and I'm so happy. Thank you, Hunter Campbell. Thank you, Dana White. Thank you, Venom. And thank you for all the people that pulled these strings and got this shit done for me.
What is the MMA scene in Arkansas right now? I know Ben Parrish made a bit of noise in Bellator. He got really popular. He obviously credited you for the scene. So what is the scene of MMA in Arkansas these days?
Ben Parrish is like a brother from another mother. Great fighter, and we've known each other over the years. And really, the MMA community out there is pretty small, but kind of everybody knows each other. And I care what those people think about me, and I think very highly of them. And it's pretty cool to have that camaraderie amongst people.
Before his last fight, he said he was bringing his quote-unquote heavy hitters to the crowd with him just in case there were crowd fights. If he won, are you bringing anyone with you to this fight?
Sounds like I don't got to. Sounds like they're all showing up there. And them people ain't kidding, brother. I mean, there's, people really support me back home. And, I mean something to them and they mean something to me. So it's an honor to be here.
He said he believes the most crowd fights in MMA. Like after his fights, people in the crowd would try to fight him if he beat a hometown fan. Have you fought anyone in the crowd after one of your fights?
No, that's why I get the help out of there. And he ain't kidding, brother. Yeah, we've seen the fights in the crowd. I've been lucky. There was one time I was walking out of the lobby, and this whole storm of people, like 14, 15, I don't even know. There's a shit ton of people. Just like it was like a storm of people just goes past me, and they're throwing punches. They're biting and spitting and throwing. And it's just like boom, right in front of me. And that was at Minglewood Hall in Memphis. It's like the shit you see in this sport. Y'all probably wouldn't believe some of the shit that I've seen. You'd think I'm exaggerating.
Have you managed to have much studio? Bryce, down to you left here.
Oh, what's up, brother? Thank you.
Have you managed to have much studio time during your training camp?
Yep, my trailer is my studio. My car is my studio. So when I'm going to the gym and chilling, that's now when I'm actually. You're talking about the music, right? I do go to a guy named Kev, the Joker, and my buddy Dylan Johnson has also helped me out. But I very rarely go to the recording studio. I do most of it's kind of like the comparison of how much time I spend in the gym training to actual the amount of time in the cage. Like imagine the cage is the studio, like with the professionals, with Kev there editing. Most of the time it's training. It's in my trailer, in my car, when I'm by myself rapping. Working on that. So very little time is actually spent in the studio.
And other than yourself, who do you think is the best rapper in the UFC or in MMA in general?
I don't really know, and I don't like being compared to other UFC rappers because it's like, who cares? I don't want to be compared to a UFC rapper. I want people who don't even know shit about the UFC to recognize that I can rap. I don't want people to just say, "Oh well, he's only good at rapping because he's a being a successful fighter. I want people who know nothing about fighting or care nothing about fighting to be reached by my music. And that's the goal of it, is to connect with people, regardless of the fight. Take the UFC out of it. You know, I want my rap to reach people.
Cheers, man. Thank you. Do you run ads? I guarantee high risk can increase your ad ROI by 30%. No, I guarantee. If you don't see a 30% increase in your ad ROI, you don't pay for it. How can I do that? Because our print tracking attribution AI just does that over and over and over again. That's why we're the fastest growing ad analytics company in the entire world. That's why ClickFunnels, Frank Kern, Lady Boss, Tom Bilyeu is Impact Theory.
Okay. It's
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Bryce, just at the back over here, bro.
What's up, brother?
What's up, man? A lot of people think politics should stay out of sport, but considering you're not one of those people, I just wanted to get your thoughts on the whole Russia and Ukraine situation.
You know, here's my first thought: is I'm not going nowhere to fight none of these wars for these politicians. I'm staying at home, and when the war comes to Arkansas, I will dig my boots in the ground, and I will die for everything I love, and I will not retreat. If this country's invaded and everybody's saying, well, we gotta evacuate, we gotta leave, I will not. I will dig my boots in the Arkansas soil, and I will fight for the people that I love, for the land that I love, and the way of life that I love. But I'm not going overseas to fight. I don't know what's going on, to be honest, brother. I really don't. There's so much stuff, and I don't think nobody knows what's going on fully.
No.
There's been so much political corruption in that area.
Yeah.
You got Biden and his son making a shit ton of money off of and using our tax dollars to bribe their people. That's treasonous, in my opinion. So you got Hunter Biden and his son using our tax dollars. Hey, if Ukrainian government, if you don't do this, we're taking your tax dollars. He shouldn't be giving our tax dollars to that country anyway. We got veterans out here sleeping on the street, and you're going to give our freaking tax dollars to these Ukrainians and all. Brother, I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm not going over there fighting, and God bless anybody that's over there fighting, and I hope that the shit just gets solved. And, man, I don't like war. You know what I mean? I don't want people dying and all that stuff. I don't want to be – but I don't know what's going on. There's so much stuff that I think that's corrupted that we just don't know what's truly going on over there. And I pray all those people are safe, and I don't want none of that. You know, I have no control over that shit, and I don't really know enough to talk about it too much. But thank you for asking. Thank you very much.
Bryce, you mentioned at the beginning of your time with us, thank you for taking time out of your day, staying humble. You're on the main card, putting music together. You're here with the press conference. You got the camouflage shorts coming. How do you stay humble with all this attention and climbing up the ladder?
Yeah, man.
I would say my relationship with God has just been really important in my life. And I've felt more spiritual in the last year of my life than I ever have. And it's just an amazing feeling. So all the good stuff that you see coming out of me is a product of me letting God shine through me.
Thank you, sir. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, my brother.
Bryce, can I ask you your thoughts on the main event? Who you think's going to win between Colby and Jorge?
Shoot, well, I'm not betting, so I'm not that confident. You know what I mean? I think that each of them are good at, you know, different things. And I kind of hate to see it, like, the personal attacks, you know what I mean? I kind of hope after the fight they just kind of hug it out. But, you know, I hate to see all that personal. It gets so personal and you know, because I think overall they're both probably pretty good people. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know who's going to win, brother. I hope that both of those guys leave that cage healthy, because they're talking about wanting to kill each other and all that. And I hope that neither of them dies. I hope that both of those people go home healthy. I know they have a lot of people that care about them back home, so that's what I hope. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Fights like, for example, Volkanovski and Zombie, Max Holloway up there. Like, are you getting to that point where you're a man viewers could be like when we get to those fights yourself?
Absolutely, brother. You have to envision all this stuff for it to come true. You know, nothing's ever done if you don't think about it first. If you don't see it happening, everything you do, think about doing it before you do it. So absolutely, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate you.
So that was Bryce Mitchell. Thanks for my bros for introducing me to this guy. Like, if I miss something or like I don't watch as much MMA like my brothers do, boxing's my thing. But it's MMA is a brutal sport, and it's definitely and it's a great sport too. I knew a couple of people who fought in it back in the day, and gosh, when it first came out, Horace Gracie, Dan Severn, you know, lots of other fighters out there, even from Windsor as well too, and phenomenal, and can't name it on top of my head right now, but it was great sport, brutal, but it's a great sport. Technicianing, conditioning, everything about that I respect. But it's a brutal sport, and boxing is the same way, but this one's just more fast pace, and it's just brutal. But anyway, more power to Bryce Mitchell. I think he's like 3-0, 30 fights under his belt, and at the age of 25 or 26. So he's a warrior of God. He fears no man but God. So that's why he is very successful. If you have that mentality, and especially the faith that he has, he's going to go really far. And he always stays humble. But he's got a bite. He's got some warring in him. So more power to him. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and my new YouTube channel, LA Entertainment TV. Be sure to share forward to everyone you know. And thanks for joining me in my live podcast today on Bryce Mitchell. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below. I just don't tackle sports. I do podcasts, vlogging, and short films, music videos as well. And go check out my other channel, and also my new series open on for the past couple of years now, called We're Still Filipinos. I had a couple segments down below, so I'll have more other segments that I had in the past I'm going to redo or re-upload as well. So enjoy with that as well too, guys. So anyway, thanks for joining me today on this new YouTube channel, LA Entertainment TV. Bye for now. God bless and Godspeed. We'll end it today. Bye for now.